Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare
Haribol. Gokul. Brahma is shadowed, no? But Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Come in. Come in. Yeah, that's the idea. So go to text number 38, chapter 15, text 38.
Namo Vishnu Padaya
Krishna Prastaya Bhutale
Srimati Bhakti Vedanta
Swami Niti Namine
Tavase Saraswati Devi
Gauravani Pracharine
Nirvishesha Sunnavadi
Paschatya Deshatarine
Sri Kṛṣṇa Caitanya
Prabhu Nityananda
Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi
Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Hare Kṛṣṇa Hare Kṛṣṇa
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Hare Rama Krishna
Yadavaya Namaha
Oh Bhagavindara
Srimadhusudan
Mukhakaroti Vasa
Malangangayate Girim
Yatti Bhagavad Mande
Shri Gurundinatarinam
Alananda Madhava
Shri Caitanya Ishwaram
Ayo Tat Sat
Hari Om Tat Sat. Welcome, dear devotees. Today we are continuing from the compilation of the Sri Kṛṣṇa Caitanya book, chapter 15, and text number 38. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya-lila, chapter 15, text number 38.
এখানে কহিবে কৃষ্ণের উদ্দেশ্য আমায় এ শ্রী জাতিলতা আমারও সখী প্রায়।
Just a small note, we had actually missed a few verses when we gave class in New Orleans. So we're going back to those verses that we missed. And so we will continue like this. So translation, why should the trees tell us where Krishna has gone? Let us rather inquire from the creepers. They are female and are therefore like friends to us.
Sorry Gopīs now are they eager to see Krishna.
So the Gopīs in Vrindavan are very eager to see Krishna.
And therefore, they ask all the trees, right, has you seen Krishna go by?
So they asked all the trees, have you seen Krishna go by?
And of course, trees don't normally talk to you.
Of course, trees don't normally talk to you.
But in their enthusiasm and love of Krishna, they said, well, the trees are male. Maybe they're friends of Krishna.
So in their enthusiasm and love of Krishna, they said the trees are male. Maybe they are friends of Krishna.
And therefore, they're not telling us.
And therefore, they are not telling us.
Let us creepers, female, and they may tell us.
Let's ask the creepers. They are female, so they may tell us.
They're mad in love of Krishna.
In other words, they are mad in love of Krishna.
Lord Caitanya, he was in this mood.
So Lord Chaitanya, he was in this mood.
He had said he would come back in Kali Yuga as his devotee.
He had said he would come back in Kali Yuga as his devotee.
Therefore, this is what he was doing in this garden in Jagannath Puri.
So this is what he was doing in this garden in Jagannath Puri. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Lila, chapter 15, text 39.
অবশ্য কহিবে পাইয়াছে কৃষ্ণের দর্শনে এত অনুমানী পুছে তুলসাদিগণে।
They will certainly tell us where Krishna has gone, since they have seen him personally. Guessing in this way, the Gopis inquired from the plants and creepers headed by Tulasi.
Since the trees didn't reply, now they're asking the creepers and plants headed by Tulsi.
So since the trees didn't reply, now they're asking the creepers and plants headed by Tulsi.
They will certainly tell them as a guess.
They will certainly tell them as a guess. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Lila, chapter 15, text 40.
তুলসী মালতী জুথি মাধবী মল্লিকে তোমারও প্রিয় কৃষ্ণ আইলা তোমারও অন্তিকে।
O Tulasi, O Malati, O Yuti, Madhavi, and Malika, Krishna is very dear to you. Therefore, he must have come near you.
Krishna was dancing with all the gopis in Ras Lila.
Krishna was dancing with all the gopis in Ras Lila.
Suddenly, he left with Radharani.
Then suddenly he left with Radharani.
The gopis were mad in love of Krishna.
So the gopis were mad in love for Krishna.
Looking in the forest for Krishna.
They were looking in the forest for Krishna.
First they asked the trees, now they're asking the creepers, plants.
First they asked the trees, now they're asking the creepers and plants.
Anyone seen Krishna come by?
Has anyone seen Krishna come by? Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Lila, chapter 15, text 41.
তুমি সব হও আমার সখীর সমান কৃষ্ণের দেশে কহি সবে রাখো হো পরাণ।
You are all just like the dear friends to us. Kindly tell us which way Krishna has gone and save our lives.
They are feeling such separation of Krishna
So they were feeling such separation of Krishna
that if they didn't find Krishna soon, they felt like they were going to perish.
so that if they didn't find Krishna soon, they felt like they were going to perish.
So they asked the Kitas, Tulasi,
So they asked the creepers and Tulasi,
please tell us where Krishna is gone, save our life.
please tell us where Krishna has gone, save our life. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Lila, chapter 15, text 42.
উত্তর না পাইয়া পুনঃ ভাবেন অন্তরে এহ কৃষ্ণ দাসী ভয়ে না কহে আমারে।
When they still received no reply, the gopis thought, these plants are all Krishna's maidservants, and out of fear, they will not speak to us.
How the gopis are speaking in this way,
So the gopis are speaking in this way,
and they're so anxious to see Krishna that they're talking to the trees and plants, expecting them to reply.
they're so anxious to see Krishna that they're talking to the trees and plants, expecting them to reply.
This is an example how we can worship Krishna in separation.
So this is an example how we can worship Krishna in separation. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Lila, chapter 15, text 43.
আগে মৃগীগণ দেখি কৃষ্ণাঙ্গ গন্ধ পাইয়া তারও মুখ দেখি পুছেন নির্ণয় হইয়া।
The gopis then came upon a group of she-deer. Smelling the aroma of Krishna's body and seeing the faces of the deer, the gopis inquired for us ascertain if Krishna was nearby. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Lila, chapter 15, text 44.
হরিণীকে কৃষ্ণ সন্ধান জিজ্ঞাসা শ্রীমদ্ ভাগবতে দশম স্কন্ধে ৩০ নম্বর অধ্যায় ১১ নম্বর শ্লোক।
Translation to the verse. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, O wife of the deer, Lord Krishna has been embracing his beloved, and thus the kumkum powder on her raised breast has covered his garland of kunda flowers. The fragrance of this garland is flowing here. O my dear friend, have you seen Krishna passing this way with his dearmost companion, increasing the pleasure of the eyes of all of you? Purport. This verse is quoted from Srimad Bhagavatam 10.30.11.
Lord Caitanya was reliving the pastime of the gopis searching for Krishna,
So Lord Chaitanya was reliving the pastime of the gopis searching for Krishna.
and actually, there are no gopis. This is all spoken by Lord Chaitanya.
Actually, there's no gopis. This was all spoken by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu
In the mood of the gopis.
in the mood of the gopis.
And he's quoting from the Srimad Bhagavatam,
And he's quoting from the Srimad Bhagavatam,
what the gopis said when they're looking for Krishna.
what the gopis said when they're looking for Krishna.
I think Prabhupada explained that when they saw Radharani, they were very happy.
Prabhupada explained that when they saw Radharani, they were very happy
That one of them had conquered Krishna.
that one of them had conquered Krishna.
And so Lord Chaitanya, he's experiencing this madness and love for Krishna.
So Lord Chaitanya, he is experiencing this madness and love for Krishna. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Lila, chapter 15, text 45.
শ্লোকার্থ কহ মৃগী রাধা সহ শ্রীকৃষ্ণ সর্বথা তোমায় সুখ দিতে আইলা নাহিকো অন্যথা।
Oh dear doe, Sri Krishna is always very pleased to give you pleasure. Kindly inform us whether he passed this way in the company of Srimati Radharani. We think they must certainly have come this way.
So now they're talking to the female deer
So now they are talking to the female deer,
looking for Kṛṣṇa.
looking for Krishna.
How Kṛṣṇa, how Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu is thinking about Kṛṣṇa,
How Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is thinking about Krishna
Radharani,
and Radharani,
and in this way, he's in meditation.
and in this way he is in meditation.
He's asking every trees, creepers, now he's asking the deers.
So he's asking every trees, creepers, now he's asking the deers.
I mean that actually he's showing us this highest stage of pure love.
Actually, he's showing us this highest stage of pure love.
How this could be achieved in due course,
How this could be achieved in due course.
where one actually is mad to find Kṛṣṇa.
Where one is actually mad to find Krishna. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Anjalila, chapter 15, text 46.
রাধা প্রিয় সখী আমরা নহি বহিরঙ্গ দূর হইতে জানি তার জয়ছে অঙ্গ গন্ধ।
We are not outsiders. Being very dear friends of Srimati Radharani, we can perceive the bodily fragrance of Krishna from a distance.
So they are pleading with the deer that we're well wishers.
So they're being with the deer, they're saying that they are well wishers.
A deer to Srimati Radharani and to Kṛṣṇa.
They're dear to Srimati Radharani, to Krishna.
So you can tell us where they are.
So you tell us where they are. I'll be right back. Start Kirtan.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare.
Guru Maharaj ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Shri Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Lila, chapter 15, text 47 or 47? 47.
রাধা অঙ্গ সঙ্গে কুচু কুচ কুমকুম ভূষিত কৃষ্ণ কুন্দ মালা গন্ধে বায়ু সুবাসিত।
Krishna has been embracing Srimati Radharani, and the kumkuma powder on her breast has mixed with the garland of kunda flowers decorating his body. The fragrance of the garland has scented the entire atmosphere.
Gopi, you see, I was explaining yesterday how there are 5 different relationships.
See, I was explaining yesterday there are 5 different relationships.
Everybody is connected to Krishna in all these relationships.
Everybody is connected to Krishna in one of these relationships.
Neutral,
Neutral, service,
friendship,
friendship,
mental,
parental,
conjugal.
and conjugal.
Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, and Madhurya.
Shanta, Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, and Madhurya.
So, this is showing the existing of those in the Madhurya Rasa.
So this is showing the existing abodes in the Madhurya Rasa.
Not someone else as I have to go through all the 5.
It's not that like someone asked yesterday, you have to go through all the 5.
That such a state exists. That is what Lord Caitanya has given.
That such a state exists is what Lord Chaitanya has given.
What I say one idea, friend or parent or servant or Krishna.
But actually, one may be a friend, a parent, or a servant of Krishna.
Or even like the trees and the animals, then the Santa Rasa.
Or even like the trees and the animals, they're in the Shanta Rasa.
They don't offer service. They're there and they appreciate the Lord.
They don't offer service. They're there and they appreciate the Lord. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya Lila, chapter 15, text 48.
কৃষ্ণ ইহা ছাড়ি গেলা ইহ বিরোহিণী কিবা উত্তর দিবে না শুনে কাহিনী।
Lord Krishna has left this place, and therefore the deer are feeling separation. They do not hear our words. Therefore, how can they reply?
Gopīs are thinking these deer have seen Krishna and now he goes somewhere else.
So the Gopis, they are thinking that these deer have seen Krishna and now they have somewhere else.
Therefore, they're feeling such separation they cannot hear us, cannot speak to us.
And therefore they are feeling such separation, they cannot hear us and they cannot speak to us.
Brother used to say, as a saying, Atmanam Manyate Jagat.
Prabhupada used to say, there's a saying, Atmanam Majati. Atmaram Manyate Jagat. Atmatam Manyate Jagat.
As you think the whole world thinks.
As you think the whole world thinks.
The Gopīs I feel the separation of Krishna. I think all the deers want to see separation.
So the gopis, they're feeling in separation of Krishna, so they think that the deer, they must be feeling in separation of Krishna.
That we can have such an intense love for the Supreme Person Godhead. We can, like the Gopīs, be completely absorbed in loving Krishna.
So we can have such love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, like the gopis are feeling such separation for Krishna. Sri Caitanya Charitamrita, Antya Lila, chapter 15, text 49.
বৃক্ষগণকে কৃষ্ণ সন্ধান জিজ্ঞাসা আগে বৃক্ষগণ দেখে পুষ্প ফল ভবে ভরে শাখা সপরিয়াছে পৃথিবী উপরে
The gopis then came upon many trees so laden with fruits and flowers that their branches were bent down to the ground. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya Lila, chapter 15, text 50.
কৃষ্ণে দেখি এই সব করেন নমস্কার কৃষ্ণ গমন পুছে তারে করিয়া নির্ধার
The gopis thought that because all the trees must have seen Krishna pass by, they were offering respectful obeisances to him. To be certain, the gopis inquired from the trees.
So Lord Chaitanya, they are saying trees overlaid with fruits, they seem to be bending down.
So they are seeing the trees overladen with fruits. They seem to be bowing down.
But I'm thinking that these trees are offering their obeisances to Krishna.
But they are thinking that these trees are offering their obeisances to Krishna.
Lord Chaitanya, he's in this mood.
So Lord Chaitanya, he is in this mood. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya Lila, chapter 15, text 51.
শাস্ত্র দৃষ্টান্ত শ্রীমদ্ ভাগবতে দশম স্কন্ধে ৩০ নম্বর অধ্যায়ে ১২ নম্বর শ্লোক
Translation to the verse. Lord Chaitanya continued, O trees, kindly tell us whether Balaram's younger brother Krishna welcomed your obeisances with loving glances as he passed this way, resting one hand on the shoulder of Srimati Radharani, holding a lotus flower in the other, and being followed by a swarm of bumblebees maddened by the fragrance of tulasi flowers. Purport by Srila Prabhupada, this verse is quoted from Srimad Bhagavatam 10.30.12.
Lord Chaitanya, he was saying different verses from Srimad Bhagavatam.
So Lord Chaitanya, he was saying different verses from Srimad Bhagavatam.
Right? How the gopis were feeling when Krishna left.
And remembering how the gopis were feeling when Krishna left from the Ras Leela.
So he's acting in this way, talking to all the trees, deers, everything.
So he's acting in this way, talking to all the trees, the deers, everything.
He's completely absorbed in the mood of the gopis.
He is completely absorbed in the mood of the gopis. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya Lila, chapter 15, text 52.
শ্লোকার্থ প্রিয়া মুখে ভৃঙ্গ পড়ে তাহা নিবারিতে লীলা পদ্ম চালাইতে হইল অন্য চিত্তে
To stop the bumblebees from landing on the face of his beloved, he whisks them away with the lotus flower in his hand, and thus his mind was slightly diverted.
Of that, meditating what Krishna wants to do
So they are meditating what Krishna must be doing
in his relationship with Srimati Radharani.
in his relationship with Srimati Radharani.
it says that Krishna and Radharani were one.
It says that Krishna and Radharani were one,
And then he expanded her, they divided into two.
and then he expanded and they divided into two,
So that he could enjoy the taste of spiritual loving relationship.
so that he can enjoy and uh, relish spiritual relationships.
So we're all meant ultimately to serve Krishna.
So we are all meant actually to serve Krishna,
Although we're very infinitesimal,
although we are very infinitesimal,
very small.
very small,
We have the capacity to love.
but we have that capacity to love.
And not only people love their family or their community or their nation,
So normally people love their family, their community, or their nation.
some people they love all human beings.
Some people, they love all human beings.
But the actual goal of life is to love a supreme personality of Godhead.
But the actual goal of life is to love the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
That has been achieved. Lord Caitanya is showing that
So that has been achieved. Lord Chaitanya is showing that
by following the footsteps of the Gopīs.
by following in the footsteps of the Gopis. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya-lila, chapter 15, text 53.
তোমারও প্রণামে কি কইরাছেন অবধান, কিবা নাহি করেন কহ বচন প্রমাণ।
Did he or did he not pay attention while you offered him obeisances? Kindly give evidence supporting your words.
Addressing this to the trees, bend down, heavy with fruits.
So he is addressing this to the trees who are bent down, laden with fruits.
And the trees are not going to reply.
And the trees are not going to reply.
But it shows that how he's really so much enamored by Krishna
It shows that how he's feeling, he's so enamored by Krishna
that he's doing things which are completely out of this world.
he's doing things which are completely out of this world. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya-lila, chapter 15, text 54.
কৃষ্ণর অভিযোগে সেবক দুঃখিত, কিবা উত্তর দিবে ইহার নাহিক সম্বিত।
Separation from Krishna has made these servants very unhappy. Having lost consciousness, how can they answer us?
I'm trying to understand why the trees are not replying.
They're trying to understand why the trees are not replying.
I said they must have lost the association of Krishna.
They said they must have lost the association of Krishna.
Feeling very unhappy.
And they're feeling very unhappy.
That's why their great separation, great unhappiness, they cannot reply to us.
And therefore, they're feeling great separation, great unhappiness, and they're not replying to us. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya-lila, chapter 15, text 55.
কৃষ্ণ রূপ দর্শন লাভ, এত বলি আগে চলে যমুনার কূলে, দেখে তাহা কৃষ্ণ হয় কদম্বের তলে।
Saying this, the Gopis stepped onto the beach by the Yamuna river. There they saw Lord Krishna beneath a Kadamba tree. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya-lila, chapter 15, text 56.
কোটি মন্মথ মোহন মুরলী বদন অপার সৌন্দর্য হরে জগন্নেত্রমন।
Standing there with his flute to his lips, Krishna, who enchants millions upon millions of cupids, attracted the eyes and minds of all the world with his unlimited beauty.
The Gopis saw Krishna standing there,
So the Gopis saw Krishna standing there
with a flute to his lips,
with a flute to his lips,
and it describes he attracts millions and millions of cupids.
it describes he attracts millions and millions of cupids.
Normally, one cupid can use his arrows to attract.
Normally, one cupid uses his arrows to attract
Someone.
someone,
What millions and millions of cupids could be attracted by Krishna.
but millions and millions of cupids could be attracted by Krishna.
Krishna is all attractive.
Krishna is all attractive.
He's all beautiful.
He is all beautiful.
The Gopis are so much satisfied to see the beauty of Krishna.
So the Gopis, they are so much satisfied to see the beauty of Krishna.
They've been searching for so long.
What they have been searching for so long. Sri Caitanya Charitamrita Antya Lila, chapter 15, text 57.
কৃষ্ণ দর্শনে প্রভুর মূর্ছা ও ভক্তগণের চৈতন্য সম্পাদন। সৌন্দর্য দেখিয়া ভূমে পরে মূর্ছা পাইয়া হেন কালে স্বরূপাদি মিলিলা আসিয়া।
When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw the transcendental beauty of Krishna, he fell down on the ground unconscious. At that time, all the devotees, headed by Swarup Damodar Goswami, joined him in the garden.
In his ecstasy, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw Krishna,
In his ecstasy, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw Krishna.
seeing the unlimited transcendental beauty of Krishna.
Seeing the unlimited transcendental beauty of Krishna,
He was so overwhelmed, he fainted to the ground.
he was so overwhelmed he fainted to the ground.
Well, externally, no one could see anything.
I mean, externally, no one could see anything.
Externally,
Externally,
the garden watching the
there's the garden, and then they're watching him. He fainted.
Lord Chaitanya was seeing all this. He was seeing Krishna. He was feeling this ecstasy.
But Lord Chaitanya, he was seeing Krishna. He was feeling this ecstasy,
He became overwhelmed and fainted.
and he became overwhelmed and fainted.
All the other devotees were racing after him.
And all the other devotees were racing after him.
I saw him lying down in the garden.
Then they saw him laying down in the garden unconscious.
And so Damodar Goswami was there, others.
So Swarup Damodar Goswami was there, and others. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Lila, chapter 15, text 58.
পূর্ববত সর্বাঙ্গে সাত্বিক ভাব সকল অন্তরে আনন্দ আস্বাদ বাহিরে বিৎকল।
Just as before, they saw all the symptoms of transcendental ecstatic love manifested in the body of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Although externally he appeared bewildered, he was tasting transcendental bliss within.
Someone may appear bewildered or something unnormal.
So someone may appear bewildered or something unnormal.
But although someone may think, oh, he's sick or something,
So although someone may think, oh, he is sick or something,
he's actually transcendently experiencing ecstasy and bliss within.
so actually he is feeling transcendental ecstasy and bliss within,
Fully satisfied,
fully satisfied,
fully overwhelmed with love for Kṛṣṇa.
fully overwhelmed with love for Krishna.
And now it says that normally there's 8 ecstatic symptoms.
So it is said that normally there's 8 ecstatic symptoms,
Astasati love.
Astasaktika bhav.
And one experiences 1 or 2 of these at one time.
And one experiences 1 or 2 of these at one time.
Caitanya Mahaprabhu was so advanced in Krishna Prema
But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so advanced in Krishna Prema
that he manifests almost all at one time.
and in that he had manifest almost all of them at one time.
And so when the devotees came to see him, reciting, crying, stunned, all the things at one time.
So when the devotees came and seeing him perspiring, crying, and stunned, and all these symptoms at one time. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya Lila, chapter 15, text 59.
পূর্ববত সবে মিলি করাইলা চেতন উঠিয়া চৌদিকে প্রভু করেন দর্শন।
Once again, all the devotees brought Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu back to consciousness by concerted effort. Then the Lord got up and began wandering here and there, looking all around.
The devotees are chanting to wake the Lord up.
So the devotees were chanting to wake the Lord up.
Hare Kṛṣṇa, Hare Kṛṣṇa.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
But obviously, he's looking all around.
But obviously he was looking all around.
Where's Kṛṣṇa?
Where's Krishna?
He had seen Kṛṣṇa, and he fainted.
He had seen Krishna, then he fainted.
Now, I brought him back.
Now they brought him back.
Looking, where's Kṛṣṇa?
He's looking, where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya Lila, chapter 15, text 60.
কৃষ্ণ দর্শন বঞ্চিত প্রভুর বিলাপ কাহা গেল কৃষ্ণ এখনি পাইন দর্শন যাহার সৌন্দর্য মোর হরিল নেত্রমন।
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, where has my Krishna gone? I saw him just now, and his beauty has captivated my eyes and mind.
So in his Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's ecstatic love for Kṛṣṇa,
So in his Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's ecstatic love for Krishna,
he saw Kṛṣṇa.
he saw Krishna.
He was captivated by the beauty of Kṛṣṇa.
He was captivated by the beauty of Krishna.
Stunned and unconscious.
He became stunned and unconscious.
When he came and chanted Hare Kṛṣṇa with a concerted effort, brought back to consciousness.
The devotees came and chanted Hare Krishna with a concerned effort and brought him back to consciousness.
Looking everywhere, I said, where has gone my Kṛṣṇa?
And Lord Chaitanya is looking everywhere. Where has gone my Krishna?
So he's going through all these transcendental experiences.
So he is going through all these transcendental experiences. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya-lila, chapter 15, text 61.
পুনঃ কেনে না দেখিয়ে মুরলী বদন তাহার দর্শন লোভে ক্রমায় ক্রময় নয়ন
Why can't I again see Krishna holding his flute to his lips? My eyes are wandering in hopes of seeing him once more.
So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is sharing with us his experience of seeing Lord Krishna.
So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is sharing with us his experience of seeing Lord Krishna.
He's giving us a blessing
He's giving us this blessing
that if we follow his footsteps, we chant Hare Krishna, we can eventually develop the pure love for Krishna.
that if we follow his footsteps, chant Hare Krishna, that eventually we can develop this love for Krishna.
People artificially like to take some intoxication,
People under condition usually like to take some intoxication,
but how that wears off and it's all artificial.
but that wears off and it's all artificial.
Here we see that in the love of Krishna, actually one becomes overwhelmed, mad,
Here we see that actually in the love of Krishna, one becomes overwhelmed, mad.
and Lord Chaitanya was, and then there are 8 levels up to prema.
So Lord Chaitanya, there is 8 levels of love up to prema,
And in prema, there are 8 levels of prema.
and in prema there are 8 levels of prema.
High level is known as Mahabhav.
The highest level is known as Mahabhav.
Lord Chaitanya, Radharani, Radharani, only a few devotees reach this level.
Lord Chaitanya, Radharani, Madhavendra Puri, only a few devotees reach this level.
All the levels of prema are wonderful.
But all the levels of prema are wonderful.
So, if we engage in Krishna consciousness, we can eventually experience some of these ecstatic symptoms.
So if we engage in Krishna consciousness, then eventually we can experience some of these ecstatic symptoms. Thus ends the chapter entitled Absorbed in the Ecstatic Mood of the Gopis, Lord Chaitanya Searches for Krishna, under the section The Transcendental Madness of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The chapter actually continues. Chapter 15 is not over, but we're done with this section, but chapter 15 continues tomorrow.
Any question?
Any questions? Dr. Vinay Gorchan, way in the back, he has a question. You have a question, Dr. For the online devotees, please speak in the mic.
I can ask the question without I need the mic. Okay. Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, thank you for such a wonderful class. Please accept my respectful obeisances. All glory Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for what you do for us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm confused. Does separation from Krishna feel good? Does it feel bad? Or does it feel blissful and bad? I can only extrapolate from, say, going away from you feels horrible. It doesn't feel good. It feels bad. What does separation from Krishna feel like?
Prabhupada is watching a video of his departure.
So who was watching?
Prabhupada.
Was watching a video of his departure.
Yeah.
So Srila Prabhupada was watching a video of his departure,
And all the devotees, most of the devotees, are feeling, very separated.
so all the devotees, or most of the devotees, were feeling separated.
One devotee, he came in front of the camera, chanting and smiling, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
So one devotee, he came in front of the camera, chanting, clapping, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Prabhupada, he's not very advanced.
Prabhupada said he's not very advanced.
It's natural that you feel separation from the Guru. Naturally, the devotees felt separation and Prabhupada left.
It's natural that the devotee feels separation from the Guru. Naturally, the devotees felt separation when Srila Prabhupada left.
Prabhupada appreciated
Srila Prabhupada appreciated it.
that kind of intense feeling is a sign of spiritual advancement.
That kind of intense feeling is a sign of spiritual advancement.
And the emotions that devotees feel.
And there are emotions that devotees feel.
And some devotees, some circumstances are suitable for chanting, dancing, what have you.
So some circumstances are suitable for chanting, dancing, and happiness.
But when the spiritual masters departing,
But when the spiritual master is departing,
most of the devotees are feeling heavy-hearted.
and most of the devotees are feeling heavy-hearted.
Some devotees smiling, laughing, how do you go?
But if some devotees are smiling and clapping, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Prabhupada, he didn't appreciate that.
Prabhupada, he didn't appreciate that.
So they weren't really conscious of what's happening,
So they weren't really conscious of what is happening.
conscious of Prabhupada.
They were not conscious of Prabhupada.
And in the same way, it just also to see Kṛṣṇa, that you multiply that, and nothing that you can explain.
I mean, in the same way, you see Krishna, multiply that. I mean, there's nothing you can explain.
That words will not do it justice.
That words will not do justice.
But we hear what Lord Caitanya was experiencing, and to whatever extent it touches our heart,
And we hear what Lord Caitanya was experiencing, and to whatever extent it touches our heart.
that is says the well, I heard that what's that word, is that we by this feeling, by this meditation on Lord Chaitanya's ecstasy at that time,
Right? This feeling, this meditation of Lord Chaitanya's ecstasy at that time,
get the shelter of Kṛṣṇa.
We get the shelter of Krishna.
So, and some are saying that greatest separation in the world is to be separated from pure devotee of Krishna.
Someone was saying that the greatest separation in the world is to be separated from a pure devotee of Krishna.
Welcome.
Gaurangi Gandharvika Devidasi, welcome.
So happy to be here with you, Guru Maharaj. I was counting the days. Guru Maharaj, please accept my respectful obeisances. I'm confused why the animals of Vrindavan are in Shantaras, because the cows give, because the cows give milk, or the parrots wake up Krishna. So isn't this service?
Trees, the cows that providing fruits, milk,
So indirectly, the trees, the cows, they're providing fruits, milk,
but they're not actually doing service.
but they're not actually doing service.
They're not actively
They're not actively doing service. Excuse me.
so,
Krishna goes and milks them.
they're in one sense, okay, they're contributing something.
I mean, in one sense, they are contributing something,
But they're not like Hanuman, who's flying over the tree, over the ocean, fighting with the demon.
they're not like Hanuman flying over the ocean, fighting with the demons.
The service of Krishna really serve Krishna.
I mean, service of Krishna, they really serve Krishna.
We're not saying that the animals are not doing anything useful. They're very useful.
I mean, we're not saying that the animals, the trees, they're not doing anything useful. I mean, they are useful.
But it's not that they do a lot of service.
It's not like they do a lot of service.
They do their thing.
They do their thing.
Produce fruit, produce milk.
Produce fruit, produce milk.
I mean, I'm sure the deers go up and lick Krishna.
I mean, I'm sure the deers will go up and lick Krishna.
Santaras mean that they appreciate Krishna.
I mean, Shantaras means that they appreciate Krishna.
You can say, okay, one way you can say it's service,
I mean, you could say, okay, one may consider it service,
but those are dasaras. They really do a lot of service.
I mean, but those are in dasaras, they really do a lot of service.
I mean,
One more question.
Oh, he has also. Who has question? Mataji, Prabhuji. Two questions we can take one? Two questions? Okay, one.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my respectful obeisances. Thank you for your association. So these classes are very blissful, very nice. And when we are in the class, we feel nice, but as soon as we go out and deal with the world, the whole thing disappears. So how do we constantly stay in this consciousness the way we feel in the class? Thank you.
We can have a wireless mic next time.
That's why it's important to chant and read every day.
That's why it is important to chant and read every day.
When you see someone, you think, how can I help this person be on the path of Krishna consciousness?
When you see someone, you think, how can I help this person to the path of Krishna consciousness?
And you think something else, you remember Krishna's in your heart.
You think of someone else, you remember Krishna is in their heart.
Think of something else that's not right, then you remember that Krishna's in your heart.
I mean, if you think of something else that is not right, then remember that Krishna is in their heart.
And you apologize that, I'm sorry, I thought the wrong thing.
So you apologize that someone has done some wrong thing.
You have done. You thought something improper.
You don't think what he would have done. You thought you
You have done something wrong.
you think that you have done something wrong.
You think all this, Krishna's in your heart. He's watching everything you do, everything you think.
You think that always Krishna is in your heart. He is always watching what you're doing. He is in everyone's heart.
And you have to deal with all this other things.
I mean, anyways, you have to deal with your office and other things.
And the people talking to you.
And there's people talking to you.
But you can think, you can remember Krishna all the time while even when they talk to you.
You can remember Krishna all the time while they are talking to you.
How if we're working to earn money and how with money we'll do some service to Krishna.
How we are working, we can raise some money, and with the money we can serve Krishna.
We'll worship our deities at home.
We'll worship our deities at home.
Give prasadam to the family.
We'll give prasadam to the family.
Give some help to the temple.
We give some help to the temple.
Different ways of remembering Krishna.
And there's different ways we can remember Krishna.
Or maybe a fitting thought, and you have to think of many practical things.
There may be a meeting where you have to think.
Fitting.
There may be a fitting where you. Oh, okay. There may be a fleeting thoughts where you have to think of many things practical.
But you have, within that, also your motto is always to serve Krishna.
And within that, your motive is to serve Krishna.
He was sent in 1973 on occasion of his Vyas Puja.
So Srila Prabhupada, he was saying in 1973 on the occasion of his Vyas Puja,
He was in London.
when he was in London,
He said he wrote all his Grihastha followers to be Paramahamsas.
he said he wanted all his Grihastha followers to become Paramahamsas.
He always asked me, how is that possible?
He always asks me, how is that possible?
Paramahamsa is always thinking of Krishna.
But Paramahamsa, he's always thinking of Krishna.
Someone working in all this, and they're thinking, I work to make money, enjoy, go someplace for Tahiti for vacation or something.
Someone can be thinking, I work, I raise money, and I enjoy, I'll take a holiday.
Or I think we want to please Krishna.
We are thinking we want to please Krishna.
I want to please Guru and Krishna.
I want to please Guru and Krishna.
Last question.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my respectful obeisances. My question is that when we encounter people of other religions or faith who question ISKCON and our faith in Krishna, how should we respond or act?
Well, every person, it doesn't,
Well, every person is different.
and if they're open or they're challenging, or
If they're open or they're challenging,
the thing about how they act. Like I asked Turgram what they do in Baton Rouge in the free street alley.
what they asked,
Christian challenges you.
they asked Trivikram what you do in the, sorry, Guruji. If someone
Streets alley.
in the free speech alley when someone challenges you,
Baton Rouge, they have an alley, free speech,
Baton Rouge, they have an alley where there's free speech.
LSU,
LSU,
Louisiana State University.
Louisiana State University.
He told me here, or someone, maybe someone else told me, just ask them a question that they can't answer.
So he told me, you just ask them a question that they can't answer.
They say, you believe in karma, understand reincarnation. I say, well, people are born criminals. Why?
So they say, you believe in karma and this, that. Then you can ask them, well, people are born criminal. Why? Crippled. Why?
It's a mystery.
Then they say, that's a mystery.
They asked me one question. I said, all I students blew them away.
So I asked them another question and it just blew them away.
The other said, what if you think like I'm a nice man? He was favorable.
But the other student, it turned out he's oh, I met a nice man recently here in Dallas.
And so I said how Jesus said we should love God.
So I said how Jesus said we should love God.
That's the first commandment.
That's the first commandment.
And now a little bit about different religions, so you can tell that.
If you know a little bit about different religions, you can tell that.
And then how Bhakti Yoga means a science of how to love God.
And how Bhakti Yoga means the science of how to love God.
Someone like Prabhupada met some Ayatollahs in Tehran.
So Srila Prabhupada met some Ayatollahs in Tehran.
And he was very happy. They discovered that saying Allahu Akbar
He was very happy, and they said that they discovered that Allahu Akbar
means Param Satya Dhimahi.
means Param Satya Dhimahi.
So I met one devotee. He said, people say, you're a Hindu, or is that?
So I met one devotee. He said, people say, you're a Hindu? What is that?
What are you?
Oh, they wanted to argue.
So he said, I'm a devotee of God.
He said, I'm a devotee of God.
And then he came around, there's only one God. There's only one God.
Then he came around, he said, there's only one God.
All religions worship the same God.
All religions worship the same God.
He believed that there's only one God, and all religions worship the same God.
We believe that there's only one God and all religions worship the same God.
But then they call him by different names.
But they may call him by different names.
So like, it depends how people approach you and if they're open or not.
So, but it depends how people approach you, if they're open or not.
Hi, Kṛṣṇa.
Hare Krishna. So I have to go for a break. So if you all line up, then I can. You can all line up, and Guru Maharaj will come back and give you all a blessing.
here. He just came to get your blessing.
Very nice. Thank you.
Yeah, from him. Nice place. They are Hanuman Bhakta.
Oh yeah, they fly and all the stuff.
He's really doing service. We see Hanuman with fully red, no?
He is her role model at the moment.
Guru Maharaj is my role model, so he's your role model.
He's my spiritual role model.
He's the real doctor.
You're gonna be a doctor.
Yes, Guru Maharaj.
You're gonna be a neurologist.
I want to go into psychology, maybe. Yes.
She wants to go into
neurologist
psychology.
and neuroscientist.
Psychology.
Psychology or psychiatric?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Yes.
We need a psychologist, counselors.
We need a lot of
We need a lot of psychologists, a lot of counselors.
Psychiatrists for that. Crazy people.
Psychiatrists for crazy
Psychiatrists for
She asked a crazy question also today. She asked about the other people, how do we first? That was
That's all right.
Did I answer all right?
Yes, you did. You did. That was a wonderful answer. I really appreciated that. I actually had an incident earlier.
Last night we had one of them here.
Last night we had a Muslim lady here.
Oh yes, yes. They told me. Yeah.
Kṛṣṇa.
Very cool.
Just kind of
Kṛṣṇa.
Yeah.
come on. No dukh.
fathers of Afghanistan, mothers of Colombia.
Her father's from Afghanistan and her mother's from Colombia.
Very cool.
English and Spanish.
She speaks English and Spanish.
And she first believes in Islam.
She personally believes in
She
Islam.
went to Hajj in Mecca.
She went to Hajj in Mecca. And
She was quite favorable.
it's quite
Came here.
favorable.
Wow. So she's very open.
Yeah.
She's very open.
Yeah. Not complicated.
You remember here last night?
Pardon?
You were here last night?
No, I was not, unfortunately. I didn't get to meet her.
All right, so very hard. Middle East.
Middle East.
I had a disciple was a Hindu in America.
Wow.
And I asked a Muslim of Bosnia. I was like that. I was like,
Pardon?
A Muslim from Bosnia.
Awesome.
the name was Dr. Wahab.
His name is Bhakta Muhammad.
Now he's Wahab Caitanya.
Now he's Mahan Chaitanya Das.
Wow. There you go.
I was in a class. And I think we had 5,000 or 10,000 people. All to say,
Uh,
I said,
So I was giving a class in the parikram, and there was like 10,000 people, and they're all just chittering and chattering.
I said, now I'd like to have you. I'd like to have Bhakta Muhammad speak.
Now, now I'd like to have Bhakta Muhammad speak. And everybody's just dead silence.
Who's going to speak?
What I heard was there was Iranian in Houston.
I heard there's a million Iranians in Houston. A million Iranians in Houston, correct? No?
Could be.
Many Iranians in Houston.
Are there?
Yes,
lots.
Actually, there was
Yes.
a
A million Gurmats.
there was a billboard, Gurumaj, coming back from Radhakalaji to our home. There's a billboard. It says there are 500,000 Muslims. Why are you still single? In Texas, there are 500,000 Muslims. Why are you still single? There's a big billboard. There are 500,000 Muslims in Texas. Why are you still single? They were putting a big billboard to promote Muslims to marry. At least 500,000 number they're given for Muslims alone in Texas.
See, Lord Caitanya, he speaks on the Quran in the Andalila.
Lord Chaitanya speaks on the Quran and the Antalila.
And so I had a Muslim devotee was a PhD holder.
I had a Muslim devotee who was a PhD holder
I said, like that.
From Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijan.
I said these things that Lord Caitanya said. Allah is impersonal and Allah is personal.
So he said these things are that Allah is impersonal and also Allah is a person.
It's a whole section.
So there's a whole section like that.
So then I asked him, where does it say this in the Quran?
So I asked him, where does it say this in the Quran?
I found out the verses that say exactly what Lord Chaitanya was saying.
So they found out the verses where it says exactly what Lord Chaitanya was saying in the Quran.
So that got published in my booklet.
So that's published in a booklet.
Hare Krishna.
Wow, Hare Krishna.
Okay, group picture, Gurumaj.
What's your name?
That's
That's
okay.
Oh, that's Laura.
Group photo, special day for us. Photo. Come, all the Matajis, Sasri, all the Matajis, Prabhujis, come. We can do small videos. It's a streaming. And live streaming. Now we can start a little bit.
Caitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda.
Everybody say Chaitanya. Instead of saying Jesus, he said Chaitanya. Chaitanya.